Hi, good morning. Welcome to the online classes. Today our social class. Okay, we have completed 3 units, 3 chapters. Many chapters are remaining, so we will be moving a little bit faster. So, in the online class, I am now trying to have a revision of the earlier classes. The revision must be done by yourselves. Okay, now? So, in the last 2 chapters, we studied about lithosphere and the hydrosphere. In the earlier chapter, we found the earth is divided into 4 realms, the realms of the earth. And in the realms of the earth, we found 4 divisions, which are lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and the biosphere. All these 4 spheres support life on the earth. And in this chapter, in the next chapter, the 4th chapter, we are going to study about atmosphere. And we are going to see what is atmosphere, what is the importance of atmosphere. We know that we breathe air. When we breathe air, what do we take into our body? We take an important gas into our body. Which gas? Oxygen gas. Oxygen is said to be the gas which provides life. So oxygen means life. We take in oxygen and we breathe out. We take air in and we leave air outside. So when we take air inside, our blood absorbs the oxygen from this air and rejects the other gases. So that rejected gas is left out. What does it contain? It contains carbon dioxide. And there are something which needed carbon dioxide. Who needed carbon dioxide? The plants needed carbon dioxide. The plants take this carbon dioxide to make food for themselves. In the presence of sunlight, using water from the soil, the plants prepare their food. This process is called photosynthesis. Photo means light. Light of what? Light of the sun. The sun's heat energy is used by the light energy is used by the plants to make their food. And that process is called photosynthesis. The word photo means light. Okay? And because of that only we get food to eat. We get sweet fruits and we get beautiful flowers with a nice scent, nice smell. So all this is possible because of this gas. If this gas is not there, this plant life or animal life, nothing will be there on the earth. That's why in other plants life is not there, because there is no air. So the air is so important that the life will not be possible without it. Okay. So that is the importance of air. Now let us think, what is air? What is air? It is said that air is a sea of, otherwise atmosphere. Atmosphere is a sea of gases. Air is a mixture of gases. Air is a mixture of gases. Air contains oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, like that. Different gases are present in air. So air is rightly called a mixture of air. Mixture of air. A mixture of gases. Air is called a mixture of gases. And this air surrounding the earth, all around the earth, the air that surrounds all around the earth, is called atmosphere. The air surrounding the earth is called atmosphere. How much thick is this? The thickness of the air which surrounds earth is very thin. Compared to the size of the earth, the atmosphere is very thin. It is said that from the surface of the earth up to 1000 kilometers up, we have an atmosphere. How much? 1000 kilometers up, we have atmosphere that is very small compared to the size of the earth. NASA, the scientific research organization of America, NASA. What is the full form of NASA? The full form of NASA means National Aeronautics and Space Administration. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, that's the full form of NASA, remember it. NASA says that if earth is compared to a small ball, the thickness of atmosphere will be like a small plastic which can be used to cover this ball. That much size only atmosphere. But this thin layer of air, this thin layer of atmosphere is very important for life on the earth. That is very important. The life on the earth is possible because of this thin layer of the earth. Yes. What's the thickness of the atmosphere? 1000 kilometers. What is the space agency of USA? NASA. What's the full form of NASA? The National Aeronautics and Space Administration. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a sea of gases surrounding earth. Atmosphere is the air surrounding the earth. Okay. What is air? Air is a mixture of gases. Which gas is important for animals? Oxygen. Which gas is important for plants? Carbon dioxide. Like this, atmosphere does a lot of services to living things on earth. The atmosphere not only provides the gases which are very much required by the living things on the earth, but also it prevents several dangerous rays from the sun. Several rays from the sun are very dangerous to the living things on the earth. These dangerous rays are stopped by the atmosphere. So these rays do not reach the earth. As a result, there is no danger to living things on the earth. So like that also, the atmosphere supports life on the earth. Yes. And if this air is not there, what will happen? It is just like if we people are just like fishes in the sea. What do the fishes in the sea do? They are swimming in the water there. Like that we also are swimming in the air. And without this air, what happens? What happens to the fish which is taken out of the water? If a fish is taken out of the water, it will die. Like that, if we are taken out of the oxygen or this atmosphere, we also will die. That's why the people who are going outside the earth, that means into the space, they carry oxygen cylinders from the earth, because outside the space, outside the atmosphere, people cannot live without a oxygen supply. And if this air is not there, birds cannot fly. Also, there will be no sounds. The sound is produced with the vibration in the air only. If there is no air, there will be no vibration and we cannot hear any sound. We may try to speak, but only our lips will move, but the sound will not come out. In order to make sounds, air is needed. So much important is the air to us. Many things, aeroplanes will not fly if there is no air, like that. Air has all properties of gases. Gases have certain properties. Air also has the same property. Like air compresses and expands. Air compresses and expands. What is meant by compression? Let us see. Air has no shape also. Gases have shape, no shape. Like that, air also has no shape. So, the properties of gases, it can be compressed, it can expand, it has no shape. Compression example. You have cycle, and what do you do with the cycle tube? You press air into the tube. You press air into the tube. That means if there is no space also, you push the air into the tube. As a result, the tube may expand. So, like this, into a small space, pumping more gases is called compression. It is automatically happening in the atmosphere itself because cool air is heavy. The cool air always come down to the surface of the earth. Then they automatically press the other air particles on the surface of the earth. That kind of compression is there. When heats up, you fill your cycle tube with the maximum air without any gap and keep the cycle in the sunlight for some time. After some time you can hear a sound. What sound? An explosion sound, because the tube will break with a sound. Why does it happen? It happens because when the air is heated up, it expands. If there is no space to move, automatically it breaks the container in which it is locked. Like that only the tube is broken. So that's why people do not fill air into the tube more than necessary. Like that. So expansion and compression is like that only. In the atmosphere also, in the sunlight, when the air heats up, it expands. Expands means spread towards the sides. Usually it becomes light and moves upwards. That kind of expansion is there. Okay. There are many gases in the air. There are many gases in the air. The most important gases are nitrogen and oxygen. The highest amount of the nitrogen is the gas with the highest amount. 78% of the air is nitrogen only. So 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen. 21% oxygen only. And the next gases are very less in quantity, like argon, neon, carbon dioxide. About 0.03% only in their size, in their volume. Then other gases are methane, ammonia, ozone, etc. These gases also are present in the atmosphere, in the air. Another gas is, important gas is water vapor. Water vapor also is a gas, remember that. Water vapor, 0.4%. 0.4% of the air is water vapor only. And this water vapor is lighter than air. It spreads into the air, in the atmosphere, but very close to the earth, very near to the earth. It is said that the water vapor rises up to about 6 km above only. Why doesn't it go more than that? Because when the water vapor rises up to 6 km height, the water vapor cools down. When water vapor cools down, what happens to it? It will change into water again. Water droplets are formed. Have you seen the clouds, rain clouds? What are these rain clouds? Are they water vapor? No. Rain clouds are formed by water droplets. The water vapor changes into water droplets, small drops. And these droplets of water is carried away by the wind, and thus the clouds are formed. That is the technique. So the clouds are water droplets only. Water also is a gas. Yes. Okay. Now about gases we found. Air includes, atmosphere includes several gases, and water vapor also. It also contains dust particles. Dust particles also are there in the air. These are called particulates. What are the dust particles in the air called? Particulates. Particulates may come from natural processes. Particulates may come from natural process. For example, what are the natural processes? One is sandstorms in the desert. Already we studied about sandstorms. Sandstorms in the desert and also natural forest fires. Natural forest fires. When the forest catches fire, large amount of particulates rise up into the air and mix with the air. Like that. These kinds of things are called particulates, naturally added. If we burn petroleum also, particulates will be added to the air. Also industrial emissions. Industrial emissions means from factories and all. The smoke is rising up. It includes several chemical elements in it. All these are particulates. The particulates can change atmospheric conditions that may be beneficial to life on earth. But some kind of particulates are dangerous to life also. It causes air pollution. Some particulates are very nice, very good, very helpful for the earth. For example, the droplets are formed on these dust particles only. Because the water vapor needed a nuclei to catch up and form into water drops. The dust particles act as the nuclei of water droplets, like that. Okay. And have you ever seen a beautiful bright orange sunrise or sunset? The color changes in the sunrise and sunset is because of these particulates only. Because the sunlight gets dispersed on these particulates. Yes. Rainfall. You might have seen rainfall. All this rainfall, in a way, we can say with the help of these particulates only. The particulates make all these possible. So the dust also is important to a large extent. We should not forget that. But if too much of such particulates may give problems also. They can make it difficult for the people to breathe. Also, they can settle on the leaves and make it difficult for plants to breathe and photosynthesize also. So particulates can be both useful and dangerous. Okay, for today this much, and your homework I give you here. Answer the questions. Two boxes are given here, 4 questions are given there. Also, the questions I'll say you now, these questions also you must answer. First question, what is atmosphere? What is atmosphere? 2. What are the important gases? What are the gases in the atmosphere? What are the gases in the atmosphere? Third question. What happens if there is no air? What happens if there is no air? Give some examples. And fourth question. Expand NASA. Expand NASA means write the full form of NASA. Next, what are the properties of gases? What are the properties of gases which air also have? Which air also has? Properties of gases. Fifth question. What are clouds? What are clouds? What are clouds? And sixth question. What are particulates? What are particulates? What is the importance of particulates? Seventh question. How can particulates be dangerous? How can particulates be dangerous? Okay, these 7 questions also you answer with the box questions. Okay, thank you.